Did you know that if a dog was a human, it would be the world's worst poker player? Their tails give away all their secrets. It's like they're waving a white flag that screams, "Hey, I'm happy," or "Oops, I'm nervous." But how did we, as humans, come to understand these canine conversations? Well, it's a tale as old as time, or should I say, a tale as old as time. This journey takes us back thousands of years, to a time when humans and dogs first crossed paths. It's a story filled with companionship, survival, and yes, a lot of tail wagging. We're about to embark on a historical exploration that's as fascinating as it is heartwarming. It's time to dive into the fascinating history of dog domestication and breeding. Imagine, if you will, a time when the internet didn't exist. Shocking, I know. Now go back even further to when man first started to domesticate dogs. Let's travel back, way back to prehistoric times about 30,000 years ago. Picture the scene, a world dominated by mammoths, a time when humans were hunter-gatherers. Back then, wolves were our competitors for food, not our friendly, tail-wagging companions. The consensus among scientists is that the domestication of dogs likely started when wolves began to scavenge near human camps. Over time, the wolves that were less afraid of humans had a better chance of surviving and reproducing. These brave creatures slowly began to evolve into a separate species from their wild counterparts. They became our first dogs, our hunting partners, using their keen sense of smell and sharp instincts to help us find food. Our protectors against danger, sounding the alarm at the first sign of danger, and most importantly, our friends in a harsh and unforgiving world. Now, dogs didn't just become our best friends overnight. It took a lot of time and probably a lot of treats and back scratches. Indeed, this bond didn't form in one wag of a tail. It took thousands of years. Fast forward to about 12,000 years ago, and we have evidence of dogs being buried with humans in Germany, suggesting that dogs had already earned a special place in our hearts. Imagine coming home from a long day of foraging or hunting, and there's your faithful friend, tail wagging, ready to greet you. That's a bond that's hard to break. In fact, it's a bond that only grew stronger over time. Now let's take a moment to appreciate how truly remarkable this partnership was. Here you have two entirely different species, humans and dogs, forging a relationship based on mutual benefit and respect. That's not something you see every day, especially in the wild. Dogs, with their keen senses and natural instincts, were incredibly useful to us humans. They helped us hunt, protected our homes, and even kept us warm on cold nights. In return, we provided them with food, shelter, and companionship. It was a win-win situation, a true partnership. And it's this partnership that paved the way for the close bond we share with dogs today. Over time, as we spent more time together, we began to understand each other better. We learned to communicate, to work together, and to trust each other. We became more than just companions, we became partners, each contributing to the survival and success of the other. Genetic studies show that all dogs, from the tiny Chihuahua to the majestic Great Dane, share a common ancestry with those brave wolves that first approached human camps. Over thousands of years, through a process of natural selection and later, human-guided breeding, these wolves transformed into the diverse array of dog breeds we have today. In the grand scheme of things, the domestication of dogs was a pivotal moment in human history. It marked the beginning of our journey from being solitary hunters to becoming communal beings, living and working together with animals. It's safe to say that dogs have played a major role in our history. They've been with us through thick and thin, through hunting and farming, through wars and peace. They've been our protectors, our helpers, our friends. And in return, we've cared for them, loved them, and cherished them. So there you have it, the first step in our long shared history with dogs. It's a tale of friendship and survival, etched in our DNA and theirs, a bond that has stood the test of time. If you've ever wondered why there are so many different breeds of dogs, well, you can thank our ancestors for that. Around the time when humans began to settle down and form agricultural societies, a little over 9,000 years ago, they started to selectively breed dogs. This was not just for their companionship, but also for their usefulness. Dogs were bred for specific roles like hunting, herding, guarding, and even pulling sleds in snow-covered regions. Take the Saluki, for instance. Known as one of the oldest known dog breeds, the Saluki was bred for speed. Originating in the Middle East, these dogs were used for hunting because they could chase down game like gazelles over long distances. They were so revered that they were often mummified like the pharaohs themselves. Then there's the Saint Bernard. These dogs were bred by monks in the Swiss Alps during the 17th century. Their purpose? to rescue travelers who got lost or were buried by avalanches. With their keen sense of smell and ability to navigate through deep snow, these dogs were literal lifesavers. The Border Collie traces its lineage back to the British Isles, where they were bred for their superior herding abilities. With their high intelligence and intense focus, they could manage flocks with remarkable precision. And if you've ever tried to outstare a Border Collie, you'll know they've retained that intense sheep-herding gaze. Now, let's jet set to Germany, the birthplace of the Dachshund. Their name literally translates to badger dog in German, and it's pretty clear why. With their short legs and long bodies, they were perfect for burrowing into badger dens. Today they might be more interested in burrowing into your sofa cushions, but hey, old habits die hard. Breeding wasn't just about work though. Some breeds, like the Pekingese, were bred purely for companionship. These little dogs were so treasured in ancient China that only the imperial family was allowed to own them. They spent their days lounging around the royal palace, living a life of luxury that most humans could only dream of. So, you see, the diversity of dog breeds we have today is a testament to the diverse needs and desires of human societies throughout history. Each breed, with its unique set of traits, tells a story of human ingenuity and our long-standing partnership with these amazing creatures. And that, my friends, is how we went from one type of dog to over 300. Breeding isn't all sunshine and rainbows though. There are some serious health issues that come along with it. Now let's take a stroll down a less cheerful lane: the health pitfalls and ethical concerns of dog breeding. Breeding has been instrumental in creating the diverse array of dog breeds we know and love today. But as with most things in life, it's not without its drawbacks. When dogs are bred for specific traits, sometimes this inadvertently leads to the propagation of harmful genetic conditions. For instance, Dalmatians are prone to deafness, and bulldogs often suffer from brachycephalic syndrome, a condition that makes breathing difficult due to their short snouts. And these are just drops in an ocean of potential health issues. Moreover, some breeding practices put the mother dog's health at risk. For example, in an attempt to produce bigger puppies, breeders might mate a bigger male with a small female. This could lead to complications during childbirth for the mother. Then there's the ethical side of things. In the race to produce the perfect breed, some breeders may overlook the well-being of their dogs. Overbreeding, poor living conditions, and a lack of proper veterinary care are unfortunately common in some breeding facilities. It's a grim picture, and one that doesn't align with our love for these loyal companions. But it's not all doom and gloom. Many responsible breeders prioritize the health and welfare of their dogs, ensuring that they follow ethical breeding practices. They perform health checks, provide proper care, and ensure their dogs live in comfortable conditions. These breeders are the champions of change in the industry, setting a benchmark for others to follow. So, as we marvel at the diversity of dog breeds and appreciate the role that breeding has played, it's crucial to remember that every coin has two sides. It's important to remember that while breeding can create beautiful dogs, it can also create serious health problems. And it's up to us, as dog lovers and potential pet parents, to make informed decisions when choosing our furry family members. In today's world, dogs are more than just pets, they're family. A statement that resonates with many of us, as we've seen the relationship between humans and dogs evolve from a utilitarian one to a bond that's deeply emotional and affectionate. In modern times, dogs have taken on various roles that extend far beyond their initial purpose of aiding in hunting or protecting their human companions. Dogs today serve as companions, service animals, and cherished family members. They offer us a listening ear when we're down and a wagging tail when we're up, providing an unconditional love that's hard to find elsewhere. As companions, dogs have proven to be a source of comfort and joy. They provide us with a sense of companionship that helps alleviate feelings of loneliness and isolation. Whether it's going for a walk in the park, playing fetch in the backyard, or simply lounging on the couch, dogs are always there to keep us company. In the realm of service animals, dogs have shown remarkable capabilities. They guide the visually impaired, alert those with hearing loss, and even assist people with mental health conditions such as PTSD. These specially trained dogs not only perform tasks that improve the quality of life for their handlers, but they also offer emotional support and companionship. Lastly, dogs have become integral members of our families. They celebrate our triumphs and comfort us in times of sorrow. They are our children's playmates and our elderly's companions. They share in our day-to-day lives, becoming entwined in our routines, our celebrations, and our memories. The bond between a dog and its human family is one of mutual love, respect, and loyalty. They share in our day-to-day lives, becoming entwined in our routines, our celebrations, and our memories. The bond between a dog and its human family is one of mutual love, respect, and loyalty. The evolution of the relationship between humans and dogs is a testament to our ability to adapt, grow, and form bonds that transcend species. It's a relationship that, while it started out of necessity, has blossomed into one of the most beautiful examples of interspecies friendship. From wild wolves to beloved family members, dogs have truly found their place in our hearts. They've journeyed with us through the ages, evolving alongside us, and in the process, they've become an inseparable part of our human story. As we wrap up our journey through the history of dogs, let's take a moment to appreciate our furry friends. From their early days as wild wolves in the dawn of civilization to the loyal companions they are today, dogs have been by our side. The partnership formed between humans and dogs was one of mutual benefit, a symbiotic relationship that has only grown stronger with time. From the start of selective breeding, where humans began to shape dogs into the myriad of breeds we see today, dogs have served many roles. They've herded our livestock, hunted with us, and have even become our emotional confidants. But while breeding has brought us adorable and diverse breeds, it also introduced health issues that we must be aware of. So there you have it, the tail-wagging tale of dogs and their journey from the wild to our homes. Until next time, stay pawsome and subscribe for more content like this.